The Mastermind principle. The author discovered through personally analyzing hundreds of successful men that all of them followed the habit of exchanging ideas. They formed habit and followed it of exchanging ideas through what is commonly called conferences. When they had problems to be solved, they sat down together and talked freely until they discovered a plan. They discovered from their joint contribution of ideas a plan that would serve their purpose. You who read this book will get most out of it by putting into practice the mastermind principle described in the book. This you can do as others are doing so successfully by forming a study club. Form a study club consisting of any desired number of people who are friendly and harmonious. It is important they would be friendly and harmonious. The club should have a meeting at regular periods, as often as once each week, one time at the week. The procedure should consist of reading one chapter of the book at each meeting, only one chapter at each meeting, after which the contents of the chapter should be freely discussed by all members. Freely discussed by all members. Each member should make notes, putting down all ideas of his own, ideas inspired by the discussion. Each member should carefully read and analyze each chapter several days prior to its open reading and joint discussion in the club. The reading at the club should be done by someone who reads well, understands how to put color and feelings into the lines. By following this plan, every reader will get from its pages not only the sum total of the best knowledge organized from the experiences of hundreds successful, but more important, by far, he will tap new sources of knowledge in his own mind, as well as acquire knowledge of priceless value from every other person present. If you follow this plan persistently, you will be almost certain to uncover and appropriate the secret formula by which Andrew Carnegie acquired his huge fortune. So the question, what the author discovered by analyzing hundreds of successful persons? What the habit they formed and followed? What the habit successful formed and followed? How they solved their problems? What they was doing by sitting together? What they was doing by sitting together? What we should form to practice Mastermind. What kind of people should be in that club? They should be friendly and harmonious. Friendly and harmonious. How often the study club should gather together? As often as once a week. And what the procedure should be there? As reading one chapter of the book at each meeting. What we should do after reading this chapter? Discuss it freely. What should each member to do with the ideas inspired by the discussion? Should make notes to write those ideas. Okay, what should do each member several days prior, before the open reading? He must prepare. The member should prepare, carefully read and analyze the chapter which will be discussed. What everyone got from following this plan? By following this plan, every reader get from its pages not only the sum total of the best